Hey guys, AJYT Abbott here, and April has come to a close. We have passed through the first quarter of 2025, and that's pretty crazy. And today I'm going to be talking about all 9 of the April releases that I got to watch. As always, there's some that I did miss out on. Some smaller releases, like something like Neighborhood Watch, or Havoc on Netflix, or Screenboat. I really wanted to get to that, but I just didn't have the time. But nonetheless, we have 9 movies here to talk about. And if I get to a movie that you have not seen and you don't want to get spoiled for, you might want to skip on to the next movie that I talk about, because there might be spoilers in my explanation as to why they rank where they do on the list.
They want me to fight the chicken?
Chicken Jockey!
And we're kicking things off with the movie that gave us Chicken Jockey, Minecraft, a Minecraft movie. Look, I touched on it in my review that I think this movie is terrible. It is not a good movie. But there is a part of me that over the years, if you've seen my series Media Dumpster, sometimes I watch bad movies and I get a lot of entertainment out of them, like something like Old or Jack Frost or something. That's kind of how I feel about Minecraft. This is a movie that I can just sit back, watch, except that it is really bad, but it's hilarious. Just the level of memeability of it, the weirdness of it, the acting from Jack Black in particular, just saying every single line like he just did a line of cocaine, or I guess sugarcane in this case. It is just a spectacle to watch. It is bewildering. It is insane that this movie even exists. Just like I said, the ridiculousness of it all, the chicken jockey of it all, the nether, flint and steel, boots of swiftness, electro wingsuit, all these things coming in hot. All these things have culminated into this celebratory experience where people go to the theater and well, kind of be assholes and throw popcorn everywhere. Yeah, like, the Minecraft movie, I'm putting it on the mid-tier, because I think it is bad, but it's kind of so bad that I really do get a good time out of it, so mid-tier for Minecraft movie. Next, we have Drop. I really enjoyed this one. This is the film about Megan Fahey's character, who is on this date, and this date goes very wrong when she starts getting airdrops saying that she has to kill her date, and twists and turns happen. Towards the end, it does get a little bit hard to believe, like, okay, she's making it home just in time to stop this guy from killing her kid and her sister. He shoots the sister, and he shoots under the bed that the kid is supposedly hiding under, but the kid's apparently not there, and he survives, and everyone survives the happy ending. But it's so hard to believe that, yeah, she would totally be able to hold on to this curtain dangling off this building, and that she would make her way up. I mean, this is like Mission Impossible level action here that we get into during the last, like, 15 to 20 minutes. It comes right the fuck out of nowhere. And, not to say that it's, like, a great discredit to the movie, because I'm still going to put it rather high on the tier list, but it does kind of take you out of it for a bit, where you're like, alright, that's probably not how that would go down, but whatever. I think the direction is really well done, it's shot competently, the acting is great, the chemistry between our two leads is very well done, and yeah, it's just it's a very good movie, but I'm putting it on the great tier. It could go down with more and more time as I sit on it and maybe rewatch it another time, but I still really had a good time with it.
There is that universal connection people end up having. You can't ask for more than that.
Not just a goof. This is a documentary feature on the making of a Goofy movie, which is my favorite Disney movie of all time. I absolutely love a Goofy movie. This is, I mean, a piece of my childhood that I will never ever forget. I love watching a Goofy movie. I recently watched it in preparation to watch this documentary, And it's just really heartfelt, man, learning the behind the scenes, learning about how they weren't really believing in it. The studio didn't believe in a Goofy movie being such a big success, and to be fair, it wasn't. When it first came out, it wasn't that big of a hit. People were criticizing it. It wasn't really doing all that well. And then over the years, it grew this popularity where this audience just attached themselves to it and started dressing up as power lines, started listening to the music, buying the merch, watching the movie over and over every year. It's become a big part of Disney culture, and I think people really love a Goofy movie, and I'm really glad that they woke up and that this movie found its audience, because it's an iconic film. It's a really great movie, and I enjoyed watching the making of it, seeing the behind the scenes, how at one point they were looking at maybe Steve Martin voicing Goofy, and then there was a part where there was a dot on the film reel that almost ruined the entire thing. One singular pixel that could have ruined the entire production. That was really interesting to see, and it's just a nice, heartwarming send-up to the fans of a Goofy movie, so it's going in the great tier.
Guns, guns, guns.
President Danielle Sutton. You get around, don't you?
I'll get around to you too.
G20. Oh, God. Okay, this is the Viola Davis action movie starring her and Anthony Starr from The Boys. So it's Viola Davis versus Homelander. And really, Anthony Starr is the standout here. He is chewing up the scenery. Viola Davis is great as always, but she can only do so much with this script. I just really did not care for the way that this movie is written, the way that it is paced out. You kind of wait forever for some action to happen. I think it's like 25 minutes before anything really gets going. And even when it does get going, it's not that interesting because it's something that you've seen so many times before. And even in another movie that was released this year called Cleaner, starring Daisy Ridley, where she has to stop a bunch of eco-terrorists that are using these rich people to get back at, to get back at the system. And here you have Anthony Starr's character who is using these rich people, and he's tired of their rich people antics, and is using them to present a message. The cleaner people, they kind of expose them and they make them say stuff on live TV, on live broadcast, that, admitting the stuff that they did. In this movie, they are making the rich people admit on a live broadcast that, hey, you should go buy crypto, invest in crypto. I mean, it's just not a very creative movie. The action's fine. Really, that's all I have to say about G20. It's a forgettable movie. It's going on the bad tier.
Copy, one, we're in contact too. You coming to you or you coming to us? Stand by.
But Warfare is far from bad. This is an action, not even a pure action movie, but just a war movie that fully immerses you in this landscape. You have Iraq War vet Ray Mendoza teaming up with Alex Garland on this one. Fantastic job from the both of them. And I really appreciate the level of detail in this movie, the way that it was taken from actual real-life accounts from the soldiers that served in this battalion. I thought that was a really smart way to handle it. Now, it doesn't have the narrative structure of certain movies. It doesn't have a 3-act structure. There's no character arcs, no building, no climax, really. So it doesn't have those thematic elements. So sure, there's going to be more movies that I rank above it this year that just have a more compelling and thematic quality to it that makes me enjoy them a lot more. But that's not to discredit Warfare, because the experience of it is just so raw and so brutal. There's hardly any moment in this movie where you're allowed to kind of take a breath. You're just kind of on your edge. You're watching these people enter rooms. You get nervous at them entering rooms. There are some brutal moments in here. Great performances from Joseph Quinn. There's just a great cast here, great action, and it's just a nice, it's a very well done war film. It's one of the very best war films I've seen in a while, that really nails the brutality of it, and doesn't shy away from anything. It doesn't sugarcoat anything. This is just real, raw warfare. That's it. So it's going on the great tier.
Put your finger on the trigger.
You can't do what I do no matter how much I train you.
The Amateur. This is the Rami Malek action movie where he is this guy that is a tech guy. He's very good with technology. And his wife is murdered, played by Rachel Brosnahan. And he decides to take it into his own hands to get revenge. And I really enjoyed the premise, but the way they executed it didn't really meet my hopes for what this movie was going to be. I went into this movie actually kind of looking forward to it. I was thinking, man, this might be one of the better films we've got this year. No, it didn't end up being that. It's still a very decent watch. I would still request you guys to watch it. It's a fine watch. I think Rami Malek is really doing well in this movie. I like Lawrence Fishburne in this as well. You've got, I can't think of the actor, but the guy that played the father in The Iron Claw, he's in here. It's a serviceable enough movie. You know, you go into it, if you don't go into it the way I did, expecting a great, really standout movie, then I think you're going to really get more out of it than I did. The resolution where he decides, I'm not going to kill the man that killed my wife, I'm just going to make him feel the fear that she felt, it just didn't sit right with me. I understand what they're going for, but at the same time, I wanted to see him fucking die. I wanted to see Rami get his revenge, and so that was a little bit disappointing. I did feel for him in moments where he has these flashes where he's imagining his wife still being there. So that there's some good emotional beats to the movie, but it just didn't fully reach my expectations for the movie. So it's going in the mid-tier.
You twins? Nah, we cousins.
Alright, it's that time. We're talking Sinners. Michael B. Jordan, Ryan Coogler, Haley Steinfeld, Delroy Lindo. Oh my gosh, this is the movie to be talking about right now. Sinners is killing it at the box office right now. I'm so happy for Ryan Coogler and the entire team because they fucking deserved it. This is my favorite film of the year so far. If you haven't seen my review, go watch it because I go in depth into why I think it is the best movie of the year, because this is a movie that has so many different genres to it. You have the horror, obviously, from the vampires. You have some music elements in there. You have a crime aspect in there, a mystery, sort of. It's got so many different genres, and Ryan Coogler just blends them together, like, perfect. He is a master at his craft. And I love the video, I've talked about this before, of him breaking down the best way to go see Sinners. He gets emotional in that, and you can tell that he has so much love for his craft, and it's evident in Sinners. You have great cinematography, great writing with these characters. You get attached to them. You get to know them. You actually get to feel the dynamics between them, the history between them. And you get so invested in the characters and the storylines that you almost kind of forget, oh yeah, this movie has vampires in it. And then when you get to that part of the movie, it's even more awesome, because you have vampire action, you got Michael B. Jordan firing off machine guns. It is epic. It's a great film, great original film. Go out and see it. Tom Cruise saw it and he loved it, so you already know. Tom Cruise approves of it, you gotta fucking see it. My god, it's just a masterful film. I could talk about it all day. Maybe when it comes out on digital, I can do kind of an extended video, maybe talking about its Oscar potential. That could be a fun one to do. But yeah, Sinners, going on the awesome tier. Loved it.
Nice and more than I thought.
The Accountant 2, this is a action sequel to The Accountant from 2016. This stars Ben Affleck and Jon Bernthal. Two great actors, two great brother characters that have chemistry together. Really enjoyed that. That is the beating heart of this movie. And if you didn't watch my review for The Accountant 2, I didn't have many thoughts on the original movie. I thought it was fine. I like the way that they handle autism in that movie. They make Ben Affleck's character somebody that, isn't brought down by that. It actually kind of pushes him to be, this strong, imposing force and actually think outside of the box when dealing with these kind of situations, and I really enjoy in this movie you get the hacking kid, you get the kids in the school that are hacking, they're helping Chris and his adventure here, his quest, and you get Braxton in here, played by John Bernthal. Love him. Every scene that he's in, he is bringing it 100%, and I love their chemistry, like I said. The action's great. The story, probably a little bit lackluster compared to the first movie where we were getting to know Chris and we were kind of getting into his mindset here. Here, we are getting in, we do still have some of that where we're exploring his character and more specifically his relationship with Braxton. But I do think, even though I didn't care for the first one all that much, I do think the story, the way it's written, was a bit stronger in that one compared to this, where it's kind of a bit of a rinse and repeat, where there is an older guy pulling the strings behind the scenes, and this guy's even less forgettable because I don't even know who played this guy, whereas the last film we had John Lithgow. He's a legend. But it's still a very good movie. I really did enjoy it. It's going on the great tier because it's a solid action sequel. We don't get many of those nowadays. And finally, we're talking Until Dawn, the video game adaptation that doesn't want to be a video game adaptation because it didn't adapt anything about the video game. That's a lie. It did adapt the Wendigo and the mask, and at the very end, they tease that they are going to be doing the original story of the game in the sequel, which I don't think they're going to get because it's not a good movie. I haven't seen anyone be that positive on it. Look, I'll admit the first 25 to 30 minutes are pretty good. It's passable. It's fine slasher, mystery, horror, action. But it gets old after a while. Watching these guys get killed over and over and over again, you don't have the Happy Death Day element of it where they're coming up with more entertaining kills to it and actually fleshing out the character and making you care about them. I don't care about any of these characters. I can't remember any of their names. And it's just a huge letdown for somebody that likes the game. It just does a really, really big disservice. Now, I can understand people will probably give them kudos for wanting to try something new, try something different, and think outside of the box. But I could have given that a pass if they hadn't done what they did at the end, teasing that, oh yeah, in the next movie, if we get one, which I don't fucking think they are, we're gonna do the story that you wanted to see, that you came here to see. Why didn't you do that in this movie? It just doesn't make sense to me. So, Until Dawn, going in the bad tier. And that is the round out for April. 9 movies. Some really good ones in there. A few, rotten apples in there. But most of them were pretty damn good. I'm actually surprised that this month kind of had a turnaround. So we'll see what May brings us. We have Thunderbolts, which I'm seeing on Saturday. We have Final Destination. We have Hurry Up Tomorrow. Karate Kid Legends. I'll be reviewing all those on the channel, so stay tuned for that. But until then, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Take care. Let me know what your ranking of these movies are down in the comments below. And goodbye.